welcome to the Geriatric Millennials. This is Jayme.
And this is Beth.
And we are two oldish, youngish ladies talking about some local love.
Yeah, this has kind of been a fun little thing for us, an adventure.
It is.
Yeah, I think we haven't done one for months, but...
Yeah, and for those of you who are local, I mean, you can check these places out. And if you're not local...
They all have websites, so there you go.
That's right. I'm like, what do we say?
Yeah.
If you're not local, come to the Tri-Cities.
Come to the Tri-Cities. You know you want to be here in Eastern Washington, just living it up.
You know what? It's kind of growing on me. And the fact that we have so many wineries now that I have not visited. I mean, I feel like I have a long list of places that I still want to go to.
That's great.
I mean, they're all wineries, but I still want to.
I mean, this is technically a smaller city for sure, but so Jayme and I, for Local Love, we always drive around and we find like local shops and stores and restaurants, and we go and have a whale of a time.
Yes, not a chain.
A
local,
100%. But we were talking and Jamie's like, oh, like how is there all this stuff here now? And I'm like, girl, this place is like tripled in size. It is wild because I was raised here. So it's always just like, yeah, it's so big now. And there's so many businesses.
There are. And I always think that, though, about most places is how do these businesses survive? I mean, I don't know. Being a business owner is so hard. Yeah. It is so much work.
Yeah.
You have so much overhead, things you have to pay for. And I'm like, how do these people survive? How do they pay a staff?
I think sometimes they don't. They're just working it.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah. Or I think too, a lot of people end up having like a main gig. And while their dream is being built, their main gig is helping to pay the way.
The side gig business.
Yeah. Anywho. We had a heck of a time driving around. Jayme drove around this time, which was nice. And I was a passenger princess. I loved every minute of it because I never get driven around. And I was totally into it. And so we hit like 4 different spots. Is that right? 4 or 5?
2, 3, 4. We hit 5.
Oh, we hit 5 spots. We only hit one eating place.
Yeah.
That we actually ate in. But yeah.
Actually, we didn't eat. We only drank.
We only drank because it was Saturday. Anywho, but the very first one we went to is a place I found on Instagram called Atomic Alchemy. Mm-hmm. And originally it was a perfume shop where you could make your own perfumes and scents. And they had a bunch of like handmade scents. They had these lotions that were cracking me up.
Yeah, the names of the lotions were fantastic.
They were all witches, right? Or something?
I have no idea. I have no recollection of what they were. You took a picture of it.
I took a picture.
You need to look it up because it was really funny. The names of the lotions. Yeah. So I think you could still do that. You can still create your own combo perfume, like oil, I think, right? But
I think so. I didn't pay attention very much. We accidentally went during like a festival. And so there was like 5 million children running around and all these people and musicians in the street.
Yeah, there was a musician right outside that we kind of had to walk in front of.
I know.
To
people
get into the door.
It was so awkward.
I know. They're recording this music artist like, playing his guitar and singing. And we're just like, excuse me. We're going to
sorry.
We're going to walk in front of you and get into this doorway.
Yeah. Okay. So the lotions we saw though, basic bitch, chuggy bitch, queen bitch, granola bitch, rich bitch, salty bitch, and a thick bitch.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of bitches.
It is. But I love the names though.
Yeah. I love the chuggy one. I was just like, oh my gosh, that's so, and I didn't even smell it like a dummy. I was just like so enamored by the names. I was like, oh, names. Yeah. So you go in this place, it's kind of like in a little like tiny little spot. So you go in and again, from the Instagram, I thought it was just going to be a perfume shop, but they really have transitioned into like a gift store.
Yeah, they had a lot of stuff in there.
Tons of stuff.
They had a lot of crystal and rock type things and cute.
Oh my gosh. Jayme was
jewelry.
Freaking out over the aprons. I had to rip them out of her hands.
It was some really cute aprons.
Yeah.
Anytime I see an apron in a store, I get excited about it. And I don't ever buy them.
Yeah.
But I admire them and I think, oh, I would wear that. But I already have a drawer that has multiple aprons in it. And my favorite apron is one that my best friend made me.
Oh.
And it's my go-to apron. So I don't really,
how many aprons do you need nowadays?
That's what I mean. Yeah. I don't really need more. Although maybe I do need more because one of my aprons is ripped.
Okay.
So
you just need a replacement. So
I do.
that sounds like a shopping trip to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got to go back to the stores because they were really, really cute.
Really cute. I liked too. They had this thing there. I don't even know what it's called. It was like kind of like an advent calendar, but not. And it was for books. So if you read a book, you got to open one of the doors to give yourself a little treat for like reading. And I was like, oh, I like that idea of a prize.
I like the idea of that too. But then remember I asked you, I was like, would you actually do that? Would you actually follow the rules or would you just open them all? I mean,
I know.
And you're like,
I'd probably open them all. So anyway, I think it was a fun little shop to just kind of tool through. Like,
yeah. Well, and there was a lot of little cute, interesting little things to look at.
Yeah.
You know,
and every price point in there. A lot of variety.
Mm-hmm.
So after that, we immediately Jamie's like, let's go look at the art show. And I was just like, okay, so we're walking on.
Well, because, these things happen in our town and I never know about them in advance. And then I'm like, oh, what's happening? What is that? What's going on? Why are there booths and people walking around? I don't know I'm like out of the loop.
Yeah.
And so I'm curious, like, what are people looking at? What are they trying to sell?
Yeah.
There was a lot of the same kind of stuff in a lot of the little booths.
I was telling Jamie, it was a little like Etsy.
It wasn't impressive in my opinion.
Well, there was a lot of cute local, like there was these two girls. I remember they had started their own like greeting card and sticker company and they were so cute down there. They had matching sweatshirts, adorable. But then you also had like the drop shippers. So it was just that mix. It's the Etsy of it was like in real life Etsy. The thing I got so upset with is like, so later that night I was looking online. I was just like flipping through Instagram and Marla's cookies were there. And I was so bummed. She was on the totally different side than we had walked down. And I was just like, I was like, I just want Jayme and Marla to meet.
I know. I need to meet Marla and I need to eat some of her cookies.
Yes.
And that is one, I didn't buy anything, but I would have bought cookies.
I know. I was so upset that I had not looked at Instagram that morning. Cause I was like, she had posted like all the things she brought. And I was just like,
well, yeah, we just didn't take the time to walk around the whole thing.
No,
we just did a little section.
It was like 2 city blocks. So after that, we headed over to this really cute, it's like an antique store, like one of the antique stores that has like, where different people rent out different spaces. So it had like each little space had its own eclectic look. The business is called Sagebrush and Bloom.
Yeah.
And it was kind of awesome.
Yeah, it was, there's it starts off with the sign, which was super cute.
Super cute.
And
numbered parking. We were like, what is this?
Yeah. I was a little confused by that. I was like, is it okay if I park in front of number 8 or whatever it was? Like, what does this mean?
But it was nice. And it had tons of mid-century modern. And like, I'm just really into like Gothic right now, or I don't even know what it's called. Mid-century goth. I don't know, but it's like the deep jewel tones and like the greens and the velvets. And then like they had all of these beautiful like dishes and cups and freaking candelabras. And I'm like, who are you? And like, you can't buy anything. And then of course I bought a piece of moody art.
Yes, you did.
A still life.
I was a little confused though, because there was an area that I was like, why is there a Target jean jacket here?
Yeah. Yeah, it was. There was like, there was one booth that was kind of like, huh?
Yeah. But there's an assortment.
Yes.
It was a cute jean jacket, but I was like, this
isn't vintage per se.
I don't know quite. Yeah. But I don't know. I don't go to those places very much. So I don't really know what to expect. I had no idea what this place was going to be. And I thought it was super cute.
It was super. And I got lots of good ideas for like vignettes. And it made me actually that same weekend on Sunday, I was supposed to be cleaning my house. And because like they had so much cute art, I decided, you know what I should do? I should rearrange all the art in my hall, which is significant. And so I like pulled down
Did you do that? I didn't even notice when I came in here.
Yeah, I'll show you. It's a lot of it's the same, but I just reconfigured and added to, but I love it already so much more. I have a giant gallery wall of just like mismatched pictures. And I don't do galleries walls like Pinterest style where it's like perfect. I like it to just be like just schlepped, up there and yeah.
I really do want to get some more stuff for my walls at my house.
Yeah.
And I think I need to go to places like that because it's more interesting and you find something that's just unique or different instead of
the Target
like Target prints, which Target has some cute stuff, but I'm always like,
but then you see it in other people's
thousands of these in people's houses. Yes. And I'm just kind of like, no, I want
something more for myself.
Well, I want something more, but I also want to find something that I'm like, oh, I love this, and I just haven't.
Jayme has this little cute, I don't even know, it's like flowers in a vase picture at her house that she found at a Goodwill or Salvation Army like years ago. And every time I see it, I want to steal it.
I know, it's right by my front door. And so you see it every time you come to my house, which isn't very often, but
still,
I love it so much. That's why I put it right there.
Yeah. That's one thing, we're taking a little journey down the art lane, but that's one thing. I love filling my house with art that means something and that are like unique finds, like you were saying. And I mean, my art wall is right outside of my bathroom where I spend a lot of time grooming and, putting on ailments and creams and potions.
Putting on ailments?
Is that not
you mean
that?
Ointments?
Maybe an ointment. Listen, we all know that I say the words wrong, but we all
ailments?
know what I mean.
Please don't put any of those sicknesses on your body.
The COVID again.
Please God, no.
But I love it because every time I look over, they're all right there, and I can just enjoy like looking at them as I'm like brushing my teeth and like putting a mask on and doing my red light.
That makes me think. What? Wait,
red light therapy.
What?
Yes. Red light therapy? Like light therapy is a whole thing.
I feel like I should know about this, but I actually don't.
So I don't know what the math is on this, but I guess there's some evidence that red light therapy, like a red light frequency, can help like tighten collagen and wrinkles or something. So anyway, you can get these red lights that you either like a full mask that you put on your face and it's just a red light, kind of like
and that's not bad for your skin.
It's don't
not
care.
Like a tanning bed.
It's not like a tanning bed. It's not UV or anything.
Care.
We do care. We care very much about our skin. As far as I know, like I see lots of people do it. I got one. It's just a little like red light wand that I just stick on my face and hold it in different areas.
Do you feel like it's making a difference? Do you feel like your face is more...
No, because I've literally like...
elastic?
No, I have not been doing it consistently. And I honestly have barely been doing my skincare routine. So anyway.
Okay. Yes. Well, that was like a total side note because I know, but I was like, wait, what? But what I was going to say was that I have nothing on the walls in my bathroom.
Oh my gosh.
Except for a mirror.
No.
I think I need to put some stuff on the wall.
I'm a big fan of art everywhere. Like I have art in unexpected places just because I have too much of it and I just love it.
Yeah.
I love it everywhere. So
anyway. I guess I need to go back to Sagebrush and Bloom, as well as some other places, like antique-y kind of places.
Well, and they actually have a second business that's like the Uptown Antique Mall or something.
Oh, that place is huge,
and it's really cool too.
Yeah, I need to look there. It's not very far from my house, so
no. And they have great stuff. I found great pieces at both places now. So yay,
fun.
Okay, then we skedaddled.
We did
to I don't know how to say it.
I'm gonna say tulip. I don't know if that's correct.
Okay, but it's this new like kind of home and fashion.
You're not even gonna attempt to say it.
No, I don't want to be embarrassed.
Tulip. Because it's TULIPE.
Yeah.
So I would say, but is there an accent over like the E or something? Maybe it's tulipe.
Tulipe. That's pretty.
Yeah. So it's one of those. Anyhow.
Toupee. Anyway, it's this kind of cute, it's fashion, it's some sunglasses, jewelry, a little bit of home, just a very like, if like a millennial Instagram girl had a store, that would be it.
So true.
Yeah. Like,
I wonder if the owner is a millennial Instagram girl.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised
if
their buyer definitely is.
Or buyer.
Yeah.
Okay. They do say on the window, it says for her, him, and home.
Yeah. Yeah. And there was all of that was
summarizes what's in there. I liked a lot of the clothes that are in there.
Yeah, they were cute. Their sizes weren't completely inclusive, but that's pretty standard for any small boutique. They did have some very cute sunglasses.
Oh, yes. You mentioned the sunglasses. And I liked the jewelry they had in there.
Some cute gifts, like just lotions, potions, candles,
ailments.
Yeah, ailments. Just slather them on. They had a lot of these like underwear that was like, it's like no panty line underwear. And it had a tiger on the front with a blue background. And I just couldn't get over it. Like, it just made me giggle. Yeah. But the aesthetic in there is cool. Like you're definitely going to find a cute gift for a birthday or something in there. Prices were decent. So yeah. Then we moseyed over to my new favorite store. It's called Roma House.
Yes.
So freaking cute.
I loved the vibe in there so much because it was light and bright. I felt like it was like kind of maybe what it would be like in Italy.
Oh,
maybe.
Okay.
Kind of.
I don't know.
I loved their furniture that they had, like their little tables and chairs, and then the light fixtures over each of the tables was super cute.
Yes, and so it's a gourmet food store, but they do charcuterie boards, and you can eat cheeses there. They have gourmet cheeses, fancy cheeses.
You can eat cheeses there,
or you can take the cheeses home. or you could eat them in the car. Wherever you want to eat the cheese, you can do it through them. But they do classes and things. They do private parties. I think they're opening like a little place where you can actually rent out to do a party.
Oh, that's so cool.
Because we're looking at that place for a friend's birthday.
Well, I loved, like, it was beautiful. The way that they displayed everything is just so pretty.
Yes. It was
so
very
pretty.
well done.
I was like, wow. Like, I want all of the things in my, I want my house to look like this.
Yes. Definitely like a higher price point, but it's kind of to be expected. I am obsessed with the thought of having tinned fish. I was trying to tell Jayme that
that's the first thing you noticed when we walked in there.
Because one of my friends had a birthday recently and I really just wanted to get her some tinned fish because tinned fish is very hot right now.
I did not know that.
All over TikTok.
This is hilarious to me.
Like,
and you don't mean tuna?
Well, I mean, you could have tuna, but they're really
Sardines?
like gourmet. Sardines, octopus, which I wouldn't eat, but like clams, oyster, all kinds of things. And
why is this a hot thing? I don't know.
Maybe because it's like the
Do you put it on your charcuterie board?
Yeah. People are making charcuterie boards that are just like tinned fish charcuteries.
Oh, I bet that smells great.
Well, I don't know. A lot of them are in oil and stuff and they're spicy. But there was this girl, and for the last year I've been watching her and her husband do Friday nights as canned or tinned fish night. And so they like have tinned fishes from all over the world, different types of seafood, and they have crackers and cheese and they just try them out. And there's another girl, I'll link these in the show notes, and she tries them and she rates them, and it just like, it's very interesting. And I don't know, I just think it's fun. It's just different.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of right now into giving consumables as gifts more so than like anything else, just to like,
because we need to declutter our houses.
Yeah, nobody needs any more crap really. Like, I mean, maybe a candle, but how many candles can you get? You know
what I want to get? I want to get this little candle. It's like almost like a lamp. It's like a candle warmer. So you don't even light the candle, but it makes the wax melt so you can smell it. But it looks like a little lamp. It's super cute. Yeah. Anyway.
So I'm a big fan. I really like their store. I've bought stuff every time now. I got some, when we were there, I got this spicy, like chili pepper. I think it's chili pepper sauce. I can't remember. I'll post a picture of it because I know everybody's going to want to put it on their toast. And then I haven't tried it yet, but it looks really good. And then I got these like candied oranges that have been dipped in chocolate, and like they are so good. So
yeah, you know what? I have one regret.
What?
And my regret is that when the young man who was working there asked what we were up to, I failed to take that opportunity to let him know we were doing a local love episode for the Geriatric Millennials and checking out different businesses, because here we are like talking about this amazing place called Roma House. And that's why we were there.
Yeah.
And so I should have told him.
Yeah. It's okay though. You don't want to be that person humble bragging about your baby podcast.
No, except for he asked.
Yeah.
I do want to be that person. I want to say, hey, we're doing research for our podcast. we are the Geriatric Millennials. Like, hello. Oh yes. God, I wish I would have done that.
It feels so, I don't know. Sometimes it feels goofy to be like, hey guys, I have a podcast.
No.
You know, listen to it.
Don't let it feel goofy.
Okay.
Do not let it feel goofy.
Fine.
Because this is a great podcast. Hello.
Hello.
Thank you for listening.
Yes. So after Roma House, we were in an area called the Parkway, which has a lot of restaurants and a lot of little cute businesses. And we've been talking about this forever, to go ahead and have a drink at the Moniker, which I was going to call it the Monicule. And I'm like, that is not right.
Nope, it's Moniker.
Yeah. Yeah.
For a second, I was questioning my own pronunciation. It's Moniker.
Yeah. 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 Anyway, such a cute little bar.
Yeah.
And in shocking news, guys, I know I say stay home all the time. I went out on a Thursday night. I did a FaceTime with a friend. On a Friday night,
wait, that doesn't count as going out, does it?
For me, it does.
Okay. You did
because I did social interaction. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Friday, out to dinner with a friend. Saturday, physically out. Saturday, hanging out with Jayme for local love. Sunday, coffee walk with a friend.
What?
4 days in a row of talking to humans, like in a real way. Shocking.
Yeah,
shocking.
It's kind of shocking, but it's also great.
I know.
Happy to hear this.
Yeah. I have to recover now, but it's all right. But the reason why I bring it up is because I went the night before Jayme and I went out. I went there. I went to the same restaurant with a friend because it's one of our favorite spots. And like, I had this like, it's like butter bean. I don't even know. I think they're called butter bean. It was butter bean toast and it was freaking amazing. It was just like the right amount of flavor and it had a little spice to it, but not too much. Cause I hate it when it burns your mouth so much that you're like, cool.
I can't taste anything. Yeah.
And it was just like the perfect portion. Like their portions there are not huge. They're not like, it's not Denny's.
Yeah.
And their prices are, it's a nicer bar, whatever. But it was like it was so yummy. He and I ended up getting like 5 cocktails. I only drank 1. But
did you at least taste them or no?
No, because some of them I've already had before and they're not my jam. But Jayme and I ended up getting, I thought they were margaritas, but they were with rum.
They called them a margarita, but that is not a margarita in my opinion.
Okay. But
I will say that I need to remember to request less ice because it was totally full of ice. And so like the liquid was gone in a flash.
Jayme was thirsty.
Well, I wasn't thirsty. Like that's one thing that to me, I want to give that feedback to any and every restaurant who makes cocktails. Please just put a little more liquid in there and less ice because they probably do it on purpose because it just doesn't last. I'm like,
but then you have to order a double or something, right? Because it's liquor. So you'd have to order.
I don't know.
I'm the worst at ordering drinks, honestly. Like if it's outside of like on the menu and to know how to do it. I was so embarrassed. This should be a cringe story, but I'll share it here. I was at this restaurant called Twigs, which I really love. They have great appetizers. Really, it's a chain, but whatever. We'll give them a pass. Yeah. They have a good lemon drop and all this stuff. And I wanted a lemon drop, but they always put it in a martini glass. And I don't like a martini glass. And so I just...
What do you mean? Why not?
I don't like the way it feels on my mouth. It's too thin.
Oh, it is.
I have a weird thing about the proper amount of glass to face ratio. Anyway, so the bartender comes up to me and I'm like, I would like a lemon drop, but I don't want it in the martini glass. Like I just want it in a glass, but just ice. And then he's like, oh, you want a lemon drop on the rocks? And I was like, yes. And I just felt so stupid because I'm like,
no, don't feel stupid. You know what you want. I like that.
No, but I just felt dumb that I didn't think like, oh yeah, on the rocks. Like that just means like, yeah.
Like you didn't think to say.
Like I didn't think to say like on the rocks.
Can I just have it in a glass?
Well, and it's like, I get that when you haven't drank very much and it's like you're when you're drinking out at restaurants or
Beth,
bars.
you're like 20 years behind in drinking.
I know. So it's just embarrassing. Like, what's that drink called that has, a lime wedge on it and some, tequila? And ice, maybe? Is it a, it's just embarrassing. I never know what anything is.
You know what? I shouldn't say you're 20 years behind, but because I'm no one to really talk because I have been drinking alcohol, throughout all of those years, but I still feel like I don't really know what, here's what I want. I want like my drink.
Oh.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it's like my go-to that I always order. Yep. Like, it's your my signature. Fallback. Like,
you always know it's going to be good.
And I don't know what that is yet.
Ditto. Although I have discovered recently that I think I like scotch, which is an interesting twist of events, but we'll see.
I think, did you tell me that? You did. Because I was like,
I tell you everything.
Because I said something about whiskey and you're like, no, it's scotch. And I'm like, what's the difference? And you said one's classier. I don't know if I believe you because I feel like when it comes to alcohol, like maybe you actually don't know what you're talking about.
I don't. I just say it with confidence. But anyway,
we need to Google that.
Yeah, I don't know. I just live my life. Anyway,
Scotch.
How'd
you discover you like scotch? Must have tasted it.
Oh, I had we had it on my other podcast, Boogie Book Reports.
Oh.
We had a little scotch drink, which I thought I was going to hate. And at first I was like, no. And then I just drank the whole thing, which never happens. And then I was tipsy. So anyway, but we did not get tipsy. It wasn't like we weren't going crazy, but it was great because like we just had downtime girlfriend time.
Oh, nice.
And this is us, Jayme, at the Moniker.
You're still talking about your book. Your other podcast.
No.
Drinking the scotch.
No. You and I just like, we were there and we just had a one cocktail. We just sat and we drank water and cocktails and water.
I'm really glad you recognized that I was like, not
tracking. I know. It's fine. That's why we're synced.
Yeah.
But we were just having the best time, just having like really deep, good conversations.
Yeah,
and to me, that's like that's the most important thing for me for friendship is to have those conversations and just be really open and honest. And not that anything was being said, like we weren't having like where are we at a relationship talk or anything like that, but we're just talking about our lives and everything. And it was just so nice. And I was like, I love this.
Yeah, that was good.
And then FYI, on Sunday, I went back to Novel, where we went before for Local Love, I think, Volume 2. And I got another bubble tea. And at first I was like, this isn't it. I was so disappointed because I got a black tea bubble tea and it had like brown sugar tapioca balls in the bottom.
Okay,
And I thought it was going to be good. And then like I didn't, I said, oh, I want almond milk. And the girl was like, oh, you want milk in it? And then I second guessed myself like, oh no, I don't want milk. And so anyway, I got it. And at first I was like, this is not good. And then I started stirring it. You had to rip the straw out of my mouth. It was so delicious.
Oh.
I was like, you know, like when the drink is so good that like you're trying to drink the like melty ice bits.
Yeah.
And like, it's time to go. And your other friends are like, let's throw the stuff away because we are leaving. And you're just like, you know, slurping hard.
No.
I was just like, it was so good. I wanted a refill, which
drop.
that never happened. So I was like, even the other day, I was like, oh, I should go get one. I'm like, you need to calm down. That was an $8 drink. Okay.
Right,
That's not who we are.
Yeah. I think they're opening a new location on George Washington Way. Yeah. It's right across from
updating.
Wendy's.
Yeah. I think they're moving.
Are they going to move over there? Okay.
I think so. To a bigger location. So
nice.
Anyway,
That's exciting.
it was just like kind of, I was glad to go back and see it was still good. And yeah. Anyway, I love the local love.
Me too.
Yeah.
What's not to love?
Well, you know, a lot of things, but it is so fun, like hitting up these spots. And like, I really loved going out, and I'm just such a creature of habit that a lot of times I just always go to the same places.
Totally.
And I just forget that there's other places to go. Yeah. So,
well, thank you for taking me to these places.
Well, thank you for driving. Again, I was so happy.
So maybe I should thank myself for taking us.
Yes.
Hey, if you're enjoying this podcast and would like to support our show, you can share episodes with your friends and family, follow us on Instagram at the Geriatric Millennials, or leave us a positive review and rating, all which help us to grow. Our theme music was created by the Finley Ghost, so check out their latest album now. Thank you so much.